Today on Suncoast View, beat up boats left to sink to the bottom of our bay. Cities try to toughen up. We'll discuss.
A Suncoast High School boys wrestling coach brings something new to the table. She's a woman. We'll talk to her about how she helps shape the lives of young men.
And the most awarded musical ever with 12 Tonys is headed to the Manatee Performing Arts Center stage. Today we'll get a preview of The Producers. All that and more right now on Suncoast View. Welcome to the show, and welcome back to Rick Kirby, Producing Artistic Director for Manatee Performing Arts Center. Great to see you.
Thank you very much.
We must be so proud of that play.
I am. We work very hard. It's a monster of a show.
It's
so big. And
it is.
We've got a great creative team, very talented cast, so I'm very excited to open it.
Oh, we're very excited to see them perform right here.
Absolutely. And Candace McCallia back 2 days in a row. I love it. Are you avoiding your real job?
Kind of.
Candace was on vacation last week, and when I saw that you were back today, I thought, oh, she's trying not to go back to the office any more than necessary, because I'm sure you're buried in something.
Blowing off. I got
Oh, you can hide
4,000
out.
emails.
Nobody
Thank
will ever
you.
know where you are.
That's right.
Right, it's a big secret.
You just pretend to leave the office every day at 3 and just come over here and hang with us.
Exactly.
All right, we're going to see who's in the kitchen today, someone who is tempting our sweet tooth. We welcome Angela from Yoder's. Okay, the pies have our attention, but I understand we're working with lemons. What are we making?
We're making lemon bars today.
Oh, that is
So
such
it's
a
pretty
tried and true recipe.
It is. Lemon bars are delicious, and it's perfect for summer since it's kind of hot outside. It cools you down because you refrigerate it and it stays cool.
All right, just a couple bites. Candace and I are trying to be good. Just a couple bites. Rick,
working.
you're going to need to
I'm
eat
all
up.
in.
You're all in? Okay, good. I always feel so bad when I can't feel like I should be going all in. I mean, I want our guests and chefs to know how much we are amazed by their cooking. So I need you to be all in.
I'm there for you.
Good to have you here. We appreciate it. So, Linda, funniest thing happened this weekend. I had the latest Sarasota magazine with me, and I was actually at the beach enjoying the day, and all of a sudden, I ran into something about you.
Oh, really?
You have been tweeted by President Trump.
No.
Really?
Well, okay, this is a spoof. But the article says, if President Trump were to tweet about Sarasota, what would he say? This is in the Mr. Chatterbox column. And there's an entire list of things he would say. Among them, Linda Carson, much too perky for early morning TV. Liked her better before she got kicked by the goat.
Hey, I got kicked by the goat in the seat, not in the head.
I love the fact that you were part
great.
of
I
the
didn't know
spoof.
that.
Isn't that hysterical?
That's shocking. I guess I feel good that it wasn't
she's
worse.
like a Sarasota staple. I mean, come
Exactly.
That was 5 or 6 years ago, and people never forget the goat. They don't remember another word I've ever said.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
So my 12-year-old bonus son was visiting yesterday in the studio, and after you guys left and we were doing some promotional stuff, I said, you guys can come up here, and he came and sat in the chair. He sat in your chair, and he goes, I'm Linda Carson, and I don't like goats. I mean, my 12-year-old knows these stories, so it was very funny. But congratulations on making Sarasota Magazine.
Thank you. I'll get like 100 copies and send them to all my friends.
It is very funny, and it does look like a legit tweet. You may be able to claim that. Just saying. Just saying.
I doubt that Trump really watches us early in the morning.
You never
but
know.
Maybe.
You never know. We also have our friend Beneva Fruitville with us today, and we're doing something a bit different. Welcome, Beneva. Hi. She is going to do a drag queen makeover to an extremely good sport. Tell us who you brought with us today.
This is my good friend Daniel.
Used to be your good friend.
Daniel, what do you think about this?
I think it's fun.
Yeah?
Hell yeah.
Okay, well, you have great cheekbones, and I'm telling you that from
Yeah,
over here. So I actually am really excited about seeing this.
Oh, yes.
Now, we are doing this in celebration of something very important. Beneva,
Yes.
tell us.
Yes, we are celebrating our 7th anniversary of doing our Drag Queen Bingo show this Sunday, August 13th at McCurdy's Comedy Theater.
Wow.
Wonderful. Well, we're going to talk more to Beneva and talk about the past 7 years and how things have changed. But we're going to ask you to get to work on Daniel, and we will be checking in with you throughout the show. I don't know, where's she starting? Oh, she's going for foundation.
Going for the foundation.
Oh, Daniel, you are a good sport, my friend. A very good sport. That is great.
great.
A lot
He
of
could
fun.
come over here when he finishes with him.
Yeah, that's right. Rick's like, yeah, no. All right, it is time for our first hot topic. And abandoned boats are a big problem on our area waters. State legislation says that after 30 days, an unattended vessel can be taken by law enforcement. But typically, it takes cities and counties much longer to take action, and that boat is usually not salvageable and the owner impossible to find. So Palmetto is trying to speed the process up with a tougher abandoned property ordinance and quicker fines. This bummed me out. Typically, abandoned boats end up in landfills, as it is not cost effective to repair them.
And it costs thousands of dollars to get them out of that water and take them away.
It always
wondered
amazes me. Yeah, and how many there are, like along the Sarasota
know.
Bayfront, there's always a handful tipped over and rotting.
Start like a show, like HGTV, where they
Makeover?
Yeah, they refurbish the house, but refurbish the boats.
Yeah, I think those are pretty gone.
Yeah, when they're rotted through the bottom.
And a lot
they're an eyesore.
of homeless people used to live on the boats out there,
know.
and they tried to stop that by charging to dock there, but I don't know where they come from or how somebody secretly dumps a monstrous boat.
I don't either. How did that even happen?
And is
I
it
think it's
just,
probably an accident, right? And then they
And you
just
swim to
abandon
shore
everything.
and-
well,
walk
or they
away.
found out that it's going to cost so much to do any kind of repair that it's easier just to dump.
Right.
I mean, that seems to be the
Yes.
thing. But yeah, I mean, it seems like one of those problems that it's really kind of hard to figure out how to stop, but I think we all agree they're ugly.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, I know law enforcement considers it a safety issue because of squatters. But yeah, I don't know. The fact that they ended up in the landfills made me very sad.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Well, the same thing. Get a camera and get pictures of everybody out there, and then when somebody dumps a boat, you know who did it, or at least
Yeah.
you know what they look
There's
like.
cameras everywhere else.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's
Yeah.
a good
Absolutely.
point.
Good point. Well, at least it's on the radar of things that we'd like to do better with. So there's a new character on Sesame Street, and he is part of a blended family. 3-year-old Rudy is the new stepbrother of Abby Cadabby. Abby's mom has married Rudy's dad. So it is all part of a new storyline that shows kids today how bringing two families together can work. So the kids will watch Abby and Rudy meet for the first time. They'll get to know each other and then overcome their differences. See, Abby is a fairy. Rudy is a monster. It is hoped that this will give young kids in blended families something they can identify with.
I think that's great. I've had a blended family since 1973 when Bud and I got married. He had 2 kids, I had 1, then we had 1. So
You're the
everybody
Brady
had to
Bunch.
get along. Yes, we were. And we had a few monsters in there, too.
I agree. I blended a family when the kids were 5 through 12 years old. And, you know, there was a lot of different personalities, a lot of different situations. And I especially think with the younger set to know, look, you know, it happens everywhere. You know, Sesame Street's talking about it. You'll learn about it in preschool. It's just kind of part of life today, whether it's
That's so
good or
true.
bad or
Sesame
is what
Street
it
has
is.
actually always been great about showing things and being very proactive about showing, you know, blended families and people from different races and ethnicities. I mean, I used to watch Sesame Street as a super youngster and remember seeing a lot of those things and a lot of those messages.
Right.
So they're
I
both
do hope
good.
they're honest about it. Like, if you're going to be real, the monster needs to tell the fairy, and Linda has all sorts of great stories like this, too. I'm not going if he's going, or I'm not giving you my cookie just because you showed up in my house.
Right.
Oh, we have endless stories about that. Hide that so the boys don't eat it when they come. I'm like, why can't everybody have banana bread?
Yeah,
well,
so
we don't
I'm
want to
not-
share it with
I'm
them.
not going to
Yeah.
be in this picture if he's in this.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the reality, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is. And
But then I'm looking back many, many years later, and I am so close to my stepkids. So it does, if you can survive it, it does work out in the long run.
The other side of it all.
They're all
Yes.
crazy.
Yeah, I'm
I mean,
across the
step
bridge
kids,
now.
bonus kids, your own kids, they're all crazy from
Yeah.
like 16 to 21. So it doesn't really matter.
This is
Eventually,
true.
they usually turn out okay.
Yeah, we might need a teenage Sesame Street to explain all those issues, and it won't be PG. So have you ever noticed on social media all the candids that look suspiciously great? Well, the new Insta trend isn't all that new, but it has a name, Plandids. You know, you take a pic as if you didn't know the picture was being taken, yet you are posing. It's like getting caught in the act of looking good like an off-duty model. It makes us look like we're not putting too much effort into our social media, when actually we are. This is endless in my house of
Yeah.
teenagers. They'll be staring out the window and suddenly go,
Are you serious?
and I go, what are you taking a
I
picture
always
of?
wonder if that's actually that. Like, when you see those images, I always wonder if it's the person taking it of
It's a
themselves,
selfie,
or did
right.
they ask someone to do?
Oh,
'cause
no.
It's like really. a little ridiculous.
It's a little ridiculous.
All it means is you're not looking at the camera.
Right, you're not looking at the camera, and my son has explained to me, well, that way if my hair's all messed up, all you're really getting is a cheek shot, and nobody can tell that I haven't showered, but, I mean, he's always, like, staring peacefully off into the
We
sunset.
made endless fun of this one lady on the beach when we were on vacation who had a coconut drink. Like, I did have a picture of a coconut drink
And it was
on my
big.
Instagram. But she was, like, holding it in 20 different positions, and then she'd be like, I mean, my husband and I honestly like sat there for 30 minutes laughing at this lady. So I want to find the picture on Instagram.
She wanted to
Love
be
it.
cool on
Yeah,
Facebook.
like with
Yes.
the lip pucker and
Right. Well, and sometimes we'll be driving somewhere, and all I hear from next to me is click, 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 click. I'm like, what are we photographing? And he's like, just stuff. And I'm
Yeah.
like, we're not doing anything. Like, why do we
who
need a
wants to
picture?
see that?
I know, it's
Yeah.
crazy. It is a whole new world, but it's apparently a little more planned than you might suspect.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
planned casual.
I'm all for
Planned.
that.
The videos too. I hate those videos that's like, oh, look what happened to me. I spilled my drink when it's so planned.
Yeah,
it's like,
right.
really?
Yes, I'm not sure anyone cares, yet we do. So,
people
well,
watch it.
here's a very deliberately planned photo. Serena Williams bears her baby bump on an Australian magazine cover. She has been a spokesperson for Stellar for years. She also spoke very openly in the interview, saying that she is truly scared of the birthing process and that watching the birthing videos might have made it worse. On Saturday, and this is very odd to me, Williams and a group of celebrity friends and family got together. She had a 1950s themed baby shower. So she's a very pregnant person in a poodle skirt. Williams and her fiance, Reddit co-founder Alexis Ohanian, are due this fall. What's with that theme?
Wow.
That's
The 50s, I wonder what that had to do with her. I did,
Yeah.
I guess, wear a poodle skirt when I was pregnant, but that was a long time ago. That was actually 61, I'll have you know. But
I thought the theme was strange, but I did think it was interesting that someone who is so in shape and so powerful, and we all look at it such an athletic prowess, is truly scared of giving birth.
oh, I was terrified. In church,
was
they
I.
used to say, a mother goes to death's door to bring a child into the world. Then when I had a baby, I said, boy, I'd rather do that than go to the dentist any day.
So it wasn't as bad as you anticipated.
Oh, it was not bad at all.
With
It
the
was not bad at
epidural, it's a
all.
piece of
Yeah.
cake.
I didn't feel a thing. I just thought, well, here's a baby.
I think it's just one of those things that, you know, you do when you do it, and then you try not to ponder it too much. I didn't spend a lot of time obsessing with it, because it's got to come out somehow.
Yeah.
So at that point, I'm
did
already
get
pregnant.
nervous.
I thought a lot of
Very
people have done
deep.
this before me.
Yeah,
so
my
I'm
mom
not the first.
always would say, "You're not the only person in the world to have ever given birth to a baby." I was like, "Yeah, I am." You know?
Well, if Serena Williams is nervous, anybody can be nervous.
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
we can all say that's legit.
She's gorgeous.
She looks
Yes.
amazing. She really does. Here's something that makes you happy, typically ordering drinks, right? Neat on the rocks, Michael Jackson. That last one is actually a very real and bizarre option. A distillery in California is adding music to the whiskey making process by playing music against the barrels to see if it affects the whiskey's taste.
Oh my God.
These playlists last for 3 years on repeat.
What?
Their most popular flavor comes from a barrel that spent 3 years listening to the Nutcracker Suite.
Always a gimmick. Always a marketing gimmick.
I understand chemistry enough to think that I don't believe the cell's movement is affected
Yeah,
by
if it were
music.
yeast
Yeah.
were alive or something, you would think maybe. But
Right.
at that point, it's all distilled
If it's
anyway.
really shaking, it might help some.
No,
or,
that's a good
or
We need to
hurt.
have a taste test.
Well, that's what I said. So we've been holding on to this story for like 2 weeks because I told our producer Joe, I go, I'm not doing this story if we can't like taste something and try to make it
See
legit.
if we can
So
choose Michael Jackson over the Nutcracker.
people will think we're truly crazy, which we might be. All right, we're going to check out our happy hour forecast. When we come back, we have a great preview of the producers.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. A little drier air has moved in. There are a few showers around, but not many. We'll see a few more popping up here and there over the next couple of hours. We had one lone shower near Inglewood just about a half hour ago. Just a little bit left of that, not much at all. And Kinsley, near southwest of Wauchula, there was a little shower popping up here and there. But all in all, fairly quiet right now. We have partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies, 90-degree temperature. Dew point is at 74. A southwest wind, that sea breeze has developed. And the pressure now 2997. Temperatures around the state all in the low 90s for the most part. Miami 92, 92 in Orlando, and 92 in Jacksonville. The Panhandle at 90. Tallahassee a bit cooler as some rain has moved in. And then temperatures around town much warmer inland in Sebring, Lake Placid, and Avon Park. Near the coast, Cortez at 89, 92 in Venice, and the Gulf water temperature at 91. Well, Franklin has made landfall and is weakening now. Top winds are down to 40 miles an hour. Well, more in the tropics and your weather forecast coming up at 5.
The musical The Producers is a big, hilarious comedy, and it's about producing a huge Broadway disaster. Well, actually, the real play must not have been a disaster. It won 12 Tony Awards, and everybody is still talking about the 1968 Mel Brooks version of The Producers. Well, now the Manatee Performing Arts has their own version of The Producers. They're here with a preview. Take it away, guys.
I wanna be a producer with a hit show on Broadway. I wanna be a producer, lunch at Sardi's every day. I wanna be a producer, sport a top hat and a cane. I wanna be a producer and drive those chorus girls insane. You, not you. I wanna be a producer, wear a tux on opening night. I wanna be a producer and see my name, Leo Bloom, in lights. Sell it, girls.
Great big Broadway smash.
Don't forget the television audience.
He wants to be a producer. Every pocket stuffed with cash. He wants to be a producer. Pinch our cheeks till we cry out. Oh my! Oh yes! He wants to be a producer with a great big casting couch.
I wanna be.
He wants to be.
I wanna be.
He wants to be.
I wanna be the greatest, grandest, and most fabulous producer in the world.
He wants to dine with the Duchess and the Duke.
I just gotta be a producer. Drink champagne until I puke.
Drink champagne till he pukes.
I wanna be a producer. Show the world just what I've got. I wanna put on shows that will enthrall them. Read my name in Winchell's column. I wanna be a producer. 'Cause it's everything I'm not. I wanna be a producer.
Wow, you guys are awesome. I just want to be a showgirl. So introduce yourselves and tell us what roles you play.
I'm Craig. I play Leo Bloom.
We could tell that, yes.
Yeah.
Girls, you were gorgeous.
Thank
Tell
you.
me about your role and tell me your name.
Hi, I'm Amanda Lade and I play Chorus Girl.
I'm Eliza Lipton and I also play Chorus Girl.
I'm Audrey Lipton and I also play Chorus Girl.
Oh, I want one of those roles. You guys are so good.
Come join. It'll be fun.
Yeah, right. Now tell me about the plot of this.
Well, it's basically about a Broadway producer, Max Bialystock, who is down on his luck. Everything he's been putting up is a big flop. And eventually he gets Leo Bloom, my character, conned into kind of helping him out to put on this big scheme to put on a Broadway flop and make a lot of money.
What makes this so funny? Why is it so hilarious?
Well, I think a lot of people know that Mel Brooks' sense of humor. They either know the original film, it was made into a musical, and then a film about the musical. So it's been out there a lot, but it's the first time we've had it on our stage, and it's fun to laugh. good to
don't
have a
laugh
good
very
belly
often,
laugh every
do
now and
we?
then, right?
Yes, well, it sounds really, really great. Now, it is opening on August 10th at the Players Theater at the Players Performing Arts Center, and it's August 10th through the 27th. You can go to their website for more information, for ticket information. Next, we're going to check in with Beneva's Makeover.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Karastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny'd been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
We have a special makeover today. This is Daniel, and he's starting the beginnings of looking like Danielle, perhaps. We are doing a drag queen makeover. Of course, we're not. We need Beneva Fruitville to help us with that, and we welcome her now to tell us all about things.
Hi.
Congratulations on 7 years of Drag Queen Bingo.
Thank you so much.
I mean, that's
it's
really
a huge
important.
honor. But it's also, it amazes me. I can't believe we've been doing the same show for 7 years.
Did you think it was going to be one time and then that was done?
I thought, you know, maybe it'd have a couple months, you know, we'd get by. But no, people, what's amazing is that every time we do a show, I ask the crowd who has never been to one of our Drag Queen Bingo shows before. And I would say 3/4 of the audience raise their hand.
Wow. Oh, that's great. But yet
know.
you're selling out. So obviously it is the word of mouth that is doing you well. Let's talk a little bit about your initial vision when this all came out. Where did Beneva Fruitville come from, and why did you decide to play bingo with her?
Well, Beneva Fruitville came when I very first moved to Sarasota. I came from New York City, and I came down to do a show at the Golden Apple Dinner Theater when it was opening, when it was open. Yes. And they had their rehearsal studios at a ballet studio behind Kmart on the corner of Beneva and Fruitville.
Oh my God.
And I said, Beneva, Fruitville, that sounds like a drag name. So all my friends that were in the show started calling me Beneva. So it just stuck. Then a couple years later, somebody asked me to do a benefit. It was an AIDS benefit. And they asked me to perform in drag, and I said, okay, I'll be Beneva Fruitville.
And
that's how she started.
Was that the first time you'd ever done drag?
I had done it for musicals before, but never like
As a person.
As a
Yeah,
person?
he's an actor. He's done everything.
But yeah, that was the first time.
Okay, so does it ever seem exhausting? I mean, I'm looking at you, and your eye makeup is flawless.
Perfect.
Look like
You
that.
know,
I know. I'm staring at it like, how do you? That's so cool. It is
you.
awesome.
do you ever
Meet
think?
after this show and you teach us your makeup.
Okay, deal.
I mean, does it seem like a lot of work some days to be a woman?
It is.
Just say it.
It is. Oh my goodness, it is.
Right?
I steal the line from Dolly Parton because it's so true. It takes a lot of money to look this cheap.
Absolutely.
We know that well.
Yes.
Now, help us understand mentally. I mean, you are a talented actor. You know, work with the Players Theater and work with kids, and that's one person. And then you step into a dress and heels.
Yes.
Mentally, how does that work? I mean, do you really look at yourself as a hot, sexy 30-something woman?
Absolutely. I liken it to Tyler Perry and Medea.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry is a wonderful man, a wonderful actor. He plays this very different role from himself. He plays Medea. I liken myself to being like that. I play Beneva. But when I'm her, she's 100%. I think her thoughts.
Right.
It's just like when I take on an acting role.
What makes her tick? She's a bad girl, I think. Just saying.
Pinot Grigio.
That's okay. Like many over-made-up women around here, right? We all are the same. Well, if you have not experienced Drag Queen Bingo, you'll want to go celebrate the Bingo Bonanza. It is the 7th anniversary show. It is coming up Sunday, August 13th. And as always, Drag Queen Bingo can be found at McCurdy's Comedy Theater. And for tickets, you can go to their website. Well, we love talking to Beneva and getting to know more about her. We're always jealous of her wardrobe and her makeup. But we're going to continue to watch Daniel transform. Oh, razors, eyeliner. He's a brave soul. We'll check in just a little bit. Coming up, we're going to meet a local wrestling coach. She has a great story as well.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand, with no surprises, and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received J.D. Power Awards for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. And now, for a limited time, get a $20 credit on any new line of service. Call 1-800-468-1930. Go to consumercellular.com or visit a Target store today.
Jacuzzi is proud to present our first ever safe bathing event. The Jacuzzi walk-in tub allows you or a loved one to take a safe and relaxing bath. Never climb in and out of a regular bathtub again. Our walk-in tub offers a low step-in threshold, fast drain technology, soothing hydrotherapy, and even a shower handle. Regain bathing independence with a Jacuzzi walk-in tub and enjoy spending more time with loved ones. Why wait any longer? During our safe bathing event, save $750 on a new walk-in tub. Receive $250 in safety upgrades and a $100 Visa gift card. But if you call right now during this program, we'll double the savings to $1,500, double the safety upgrades to $500, and double it to a $200 Visa gift card with your walk-in tub purchase. Call right now to save double on a new walk-in tub. Call now.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We're going to check back in with Angela from Yoder's, and she is working with lemons today with lemon bars. Angela, can you give us some hints on how to get the most juice out of the lemons? Because sometimes it's a lot of work.
Yeah, sometimes it is. One of the things that I do is I'll pop it in the microwave for just maybe 3 to 5 seconds, and it kind of warms it up, which gets like the juices inside flowing. You can also just like use your hand and just kind of push it on the tabletop, and that kind of releases that as well. So the really expensive things that you use to kind of get the juice out isn't really necessary. A normal teaspoon is really all you need. You can just like shove it in there and just turn.
Oh, wow.
It's a little bit of arm work, but I mean, it's an arm workout before you eat your dessert that you make with the lemon juice.
Yeah,
that works.
I'm guessing you get a lot of workout with that at Yoder's. All right, we'll join you in a little bit. Thank you. Well, last week, Tropical Storm Emily interrupted our production, but we did not want to miss the chance to introduce you to a Suncoast woman doing great things to teach some young men in our community. Let's take a look.
It's back to school season, and that means high school sports teams are also heading back to practice. But things are a little different for the boys wrestling team at Booker High School. They have a female coach. Lisa Lyon is getting ready to start the school year, and she's here to tell us all about the experience at Booker. Well, congratulations, because I hear you are the first female coach at Booker High School.
I am. Thank you very much. It's very exciting, lots of work to do, and it's definitely something that we've been excited about for a little while now.
So, you know, of course, the elephant in the room is you're female and you're coaching the boys wrestling team. Tell me about the experiences. Are the boys welcoming, or was it an easy transition?
It's been a really easy transition so far. Last year I was one of the assistant coaches, so they got used to me being in the room all the time, wrestling with them, telling them what to do, driving them to training and to different tournaments and different opportunities around town. So they got very used to me being around and being somebody in authority. So when our last coach left and asked me to step up as the head coach, it was a very smooth transition.
Wow. So well, we understand the students are welcoming, but what about the wrestling community? Is, you know, other teams and other coaches all looking at you as, you know, like, you know, surprised, or, you know, how
I've
does it
had
go?
nothing but fantastic responses from the community. Different high school coaches from around town have reached out and welcomed me, have offered support, offered help. We've even traded ideas on training and recruiting and different things. There's been several times when I've had to call people and say, I don't know what I'm doing, help me. And they've been very, very supportive. It's been fantastic.
Well, speaking of ideas, we met previously, and one of the events was so unique. We always talk about, you know, things you see on TV, but you guys created like a WrestleMania kind of competition where students and some kids actually battled.
Right, it was staff versus students.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's an awesome experience to be able to wrestle one of your high school teachers.
Yes. One of our students got to wrestle his math teacher. Another student got to wrestle our school resource officer. Another student wrestled our behavior specialist. I got my own match. I got to wrestle one of our girls, and she was fantastic. It was really a fun event.
Oh, yeah, that's a dream come true.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That sounds
make you
great.
want to be good.
Nothing better than pinning an administrator down to the ground. I do have a wrestling question for you, though. Did you grow up actually in the sport? Because there aren't a lot of women with that kind of background, so I think this is interesting.
I actually didn't. I'm still picking up some wrestling techniques as we go. I did a lot of learning in the last season about the different rules and how the sport actually is played. My background is in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've been training for about 6 or 7 years now, and that's my sport. I like to train in the gi. It's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's kind of from the Gracies, and it's been around for a little while. My husband has a gym here in Sarasota, and so that's really how I got to be involved in wrestling. When we grapple, is what we call the practice of the sport, we start on our feet. So we do a lot of different standing techniques like wrestling or judo, which is why I kind of jumped into the high school team once I got a job at Booker as a guidance counselor. So I joined the team thinking, you know, this would be good for my sport, and ended up
Being a coach.
Telling them what to do.
So, I know part of your work is as a guidance counselor and also as a coach. You're working with at-risk kids. Tell me about that.
Oh, I love it. Booker is just an amazing school. We do have some at-risk students, but we have some very, very brilliant, capable young students that are really thriving there as well. Some of them are on our wrestling team. We've got a mix of everybody. And I really like to use the wrestling team as a way to motivate those students that are at risk, saying, hey, you have to have a 2.0 GPA. You have to be passing to join this team and to participate and to be a part of what we're doing here. Let's get on it. And as a guidance counselor, I can sit down with the student and say, well, let's take this class. Let's maybe sign up for this online course. Let's redo this grade over here and see if we can get your GPA up to where, well, now you're passing, but you're also ready for the team. So
it's a matter of motivation, kind of?
Definitely. It's been a really good motivator for some students, but also when we can get those students around other students. Our captain is an ACE student, very good math student. He's a great student in general. So to get other kids that are more at risk around good students, it's been really a fantastic marriage.
Wow.
So is there a lot of pressure to win? My husband was a coach, and there was so much pressure to win for him. Is it the same in wrestling?
There's always pressure to win in wrestling. In any high school sport, there's a tremendous pressure to win. And it doesn't always happen, and that's another great lesson for our students to learn.
Yes, it is, because learning to face failure is one of the things that makes you strong and come back to determine that next time you're going to win that match.
Absolutely, and we can trade that right over to the classroom. You know, at Booker High School, we're trying to get our kids career and college ready. And this is just another opportunity for us to do that. It's just a little further reach through the wrestling team.
Are you watching Glow?
Yes, I
I am
What
addicted.
a fantastic show.
I'm like, hey, I know it's much more theatrical, but you've got to just be blown away by it, right?
For those of us who are not entertainingly inclined, I have to ask, what is Glow?
Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling on Netflix, ladies.
It's a new series.
It's fabulous. And I mean, you have to be watching it. You have to be like, I'm doing this.
Well, I saw the first episode, and then I stopped and I told my husband, I said, we're going to have to start this over and really pay attention. I can't do anything else. I'm distracted while I watch this. I need a good several hours.
It might be a little mature for the kids, but hey, I bet
No,
you
they
feel
need to watch
empowered
that.
by it. Yeah.
Can you learn wrestling moves from it to teach the kids?
Not really effective ones.
Well, you know, so with movies like, or shows like Glow, and then you also being a coach, are you inspiring other girls to join wrestling?
We have had quite a few girls at least come into the room, which is different. You know, come into the wrestling room. We've got 3 or 5 girls that are training with us pretty regularly. A couple of them are middle school students. And
good. Would they be allowed to compete? What are the state and county rules on that?
They won't compete for our season, but we have an AAU club that they can participate as much as they want. They can go to tournaments with us. They can do all kinds of stuff for off-season.
Good for you.
And they're a couple of feisty little things.
We like that. Yes, we like that.
Inspiring girls, girl power.
Anything you learn to do well, it helps you in every phase of your life.
Absolutely.
All right, well, you guys can find out more information about Booker High's wrestling program by going to their website.
She was such a great girl. What a strong woman, great attitude. You know, it's just great for young men to have her as an example.
Yeah,
I think.
very bright and very inspiring.
Yep, a lot of energy there. So we wish everybody the best of luck back to school. Coming up next, we're going to get some tips on staying cool. We need them with AC Warehouse.
The official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. Download yours today.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what we're working on now for 5 o'clock. A Florida family and police are searching for answers on why a young boy was found dead inside a daycare van. What officers have to say about the death after spending hours investigating. Plus, a lighthouse in honor of a 2-year-old boy. Walt Disney World sets up a memorial for a toddler who was killed by an alligator. Let's get a check on our weather now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Thanks, Scott. Right now, just a few isolated showers popping up on the sea breeze front. We're expecting a little bit more through the evening. Rain chance not all that high. They pop up and they quickly dissipate, though. There's not much moisture in the upper levels of the atmosphere right now. We have a few storms down south of Port Charlotte. Currently, it's a hot one that feels like temperature nearing 100 degrees. It's 90. We have a few fair weather cumulus clouds around. Dew point temperatures at 74. That's high. Winds out of the southwest at 10. And temperatures warm all over. Details at 5.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 78.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Your electric bill can contain quite an unpleasant surprise this time of year, and it's typically all because of our air conditioning costs. We certainly welcome help in saving money, yet staying cool at the same time. Joby Teal, the general manager of AC Warehouse, is here to talk about how our air conditioning ducts may be costing us extra money. Okay, I'll admit it. What is an air conditioning duct? I'm just not sure how that whole thing works.
Well, your ductwork is really going to be the part of your system that's moving all the air from your home into your AC system and then redistributing that back into the home. So its purpose is really to recirculate the air in your home over and over.
And it's going through those little vents that we have in all of our rooms.
It's up in the
attic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the vents are coming down.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how do you clean that? How do you keep it clean?
Well, here at AC Warehouse, we have an entire truck dedicated to our duct cleaning machine. We have a 3 HEPA filter system so that when the technician's inside the home after he's removed the vents from your ceiling and he's cleaning your ducts, all that dust and debris and hair is being sucked back into the HEPA vac system and purifying it. And then, of course, when we're finished, we're going to reinstall those grills back on your ceiling after we wipe those down with a hospital-grade disinfectant.
Wow. I
So
can
you're
imagine how dirty they are.
Yeah, I was going to say, so you're sucking out the dirt that lives up in the ceilings of our homes from the system.
Oh, that's really big.
And is that what they look like?
Oh.
Yes, they do. This was a piece of ductwork we just removed from a customer's home yesterday. And they were just so surprised of how dirty their ducts were. You know, a lot of homeowners feel that if they change their filters or they have their AC maintenance, but they don't realize how dirty the ducts can be.
How often do you have to clean them?
Well, we recommend cleaning them at least every 3 to 5 years. Again, this can change from home. You know, each home's a little bit different. Of course, if you have pets and things of that nature, you'll have more hair and things in the ductwork, dander and stuff like that in there.
What about people with allergies?
Yeah, allergies are a big thing. We have a lot of customers that are taking a lot of over-the-counter medication for allergies, and they just don't get anywhere. And when we come in the home, we do a full consultation. We look at the ductwork, see how dirty it is, share that with you with photos and things of that nature. We don't want you getting up in the attic.
Right.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, and if we find a piece of ductwork that's damaged, we can address that at the time as well.
Well, I think we understand the health benefits just by looking at that because it's gross, and I don't want to think about breathing that. But what about financially and for the economic run of the system itself?
Well, yeah, of course, health being number one, but financially, as far as the system, we want to prolong the life of our air conditioning system, of course. And by having dirty ducts and recirculating that air through your AC system, you're going to shorten its lifespan. And as a result of that, you're also going to increase your utility bills.
Well, how do you know if they're being cleaned properly, since you can't get up there and look at them?
And that's the thing, you know, a lot of our competitors out there, they'll show up with a small little vacuum and maybe a rotary brush, and they may spend, you know, half hour at your home cleaning your ducts. That's simply not going to get the job done. Again, when we come to the home, we have an entire van dedicated to this machine. 2 technicians that'll spend at least 3 to 5 hours at your home cleaning your ducts. And we walk you through the entire process. From the moment we walk into the home, we explain exactly what we're going to do. And when we're finished, again, we're going to wipe down all those grills, reinstall them, and then do a biocide fogging system through your ducts to one last clean.
So there's a way to test them.
Oh yeah, and we'll take before and after photos for you as well.
Oh, thank you so much. You can get more information online at AC Warehouse's website. And coming up next, the big reveal of our drag queen makeover.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free with no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage, at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 1-800-620-2254. That's 1-800-620-2254.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251. 800-628-1251.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
Beneva Fruitville, hostess of Drag Queen Bingo, has been working hard throughout our show today right here in the studio, giving a special drag queen makeover to our volunteer model, Daniel. He is the ultimate good sport. So here's Daniel when he first came to us today, and now let's see his Her, I'm confused, transformation.
Whoa.
Girl, look
at
that. Okay, so that just proves the wonder of makeup.
Exactly.
When it is well applied. Daniel, you look absolutely amazing.
You are beautiful.
Yeah.
Stunning.
Does this
What they say.
does this stun you at all to look at yourself?
Well, it's my first time seeing myself with a wig.
Yeah. I mean, you honestly, it's amazing how the transformation happens. Your cheekbones are fabulous. You have a Cher-esque look to it.
Like, I can't stop staring at
I
you.
like those eyes.
I say signature Beneva eye.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned Cher. I was singing karaoke one night. I was singing some Tom Jones, and honestly, I thought I sounded more like Cher than Tom Jones.
Well,
You've got that deep voice now.
Beneva feels like she needs to complete the look.
Well, it's a tradition in drag herstory that once a mother, a drag mother, has a drag daughter, that they take and give her a gift. So I bestow upon you, as your new drag mother, a necklace to always remember our time together, and that you will always be my drag daughter.
Where you came from.
Wow, this is like a fairy godmother moment.
Exactly. I see a guest appearance.
Boppity boo.
Bibbidi bobbidi, I can't get the hooks right.
Good luck under all that hair getting
There
that
we
claps.
go.
Well, all righty, we have a finished product. Now, my favorite part of the story today is that Daniel's girlfriend, Melinda, is here with us, and her or him, or now I'm just confused. Melinda, you might be the best sport of all. I gotta tell you. Initial reaction to see your boyfriend turning into a quite stunning woman?
Well, you know, I've seen makeup and I've seen some jewelry, but this is probably the most extreme that I think I've ever seen. I think Ms. Beneva has done a fabulous job. I think he looks very convincing.
Like, look at his body. I mean, he's got a body.
Yeah, we're actually a little annoyed about the body. I know. Melinda, it's not fair. Is it like Daniel can whip on a dress and look all hot and sexy?
Yes, no shaper required. It's really unfair.
It is just not fair. Well, you know
No.
what? You guys are great sports. We appreciate you being willing to be gorgeous drag queens as part of the kickoff to Bingo Bonanza. That is, of course, the 7th anniversary of Beneva Fruitville's Drag Queen Bingo. It is coming up this Sunday at McCurdy's Comedy Theater. And, of course, you can get tickets online. It is hard to become a cute man to a stunning woman, but, Daniel, you have managed. You have.
Let's see. Lay
Don't
on
kiss
it.
him, you'll get lipstick.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if I'd kiss him with all that makeup.
It's kiss proof. Kiss.
All right, we're going to the kitchen.
Start your day with a new Good Morning Suncoast team. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. And all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. Independence U for an independent you.
Call 1-800-671-4817.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at the top of the hour. A huge milestone in the prep work for the World Rowing Championships.
And everything that happens on that water is spearheaded from this building.
Construction on the new finish tower at Nathan Benderson Park is now complete. We'll give you a full tour at 5. Taking a look at Suncoast Traffic Watch right now, there's a crash in Manatee County on Cortez Road at the intersection with 34th Street. It is slowing traffic a little bit in that area. Now over to Bob for another look at our weather.
Scott, Franklin has made landfall earlier today right there south of Cozumel, and it is now weakening somewhat that it's over land, but it's just about to emerge with some very warm temperatures. We do expect it to regain some strength. Right now, top winds are at 40 miles an hour. For us, a few showers starting to pop up here and there. We'll look for scattered showers through the evening. We'll have details on that coming up at 5. See you then.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC filter hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
No theater lover's bucket list is complete without the classic black comedy Arsenic and Old Lace. Two adorable old ladies who just happen to poison their tenants and bury them in their basement. Fun and farcical, this hilarious play is heating up the summer at the Players Center from August 9th through the 20th. Call 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. You'll die laughing when you see Arsenic and Old Lace.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
Welcome back, everyone. We're here with Angela from Yoder's, and finally I'm here on a dessert day. I'm so excited.
What a dessert day.
I know. Wow.
Well, we're making lemon bars today.
Okay.
So let's jump right on in. I'm going to have you make the crust over here.
I'm ready.
So go ahead and dump your butter and your brown sugar into your mixer. And you mix it up just until it's combined. And then after that, you can dump your lemon zest and your flour into it.
All right.
We're setting Rick loose cooking down there.
I know. Here I go. So I do this first, right?
Yep, do that.
And add this.
Oh, yep, it's going to spit out at you.
So we kind of get the idea, right?
Yes, yeah. You do it until it looks kind of like some sandy crumbs,
Right.
and then we're going to make our filling separately.
Okay. What do you
so
want
we're
to
going
put
to
in?
take our dry ingredients first. So
Okay.
our flour and our sugar and our baking powder.
And this is baking powder over here.
Yes, it is.
So it's a two-part recipe. You make the crust.
Yeah, you make the crust and you bake the crust off for about 15 minutes before because the crust takes longer to bake than the filling does.
Okay.
So
Do I
kind
need
of
to put all
pre-bake
this
it
in?
a little bit. Yeah, you can put that in and then you can whisk it up.
So without the eggs or anything, I
Yeah,
whisk it
without
up
the
with the
eggs.
dry
Yeah, you don't
stuff.
want the flour to clump up when you add the wet ingredients to it.
Okay.
So now that that's combined, we add our lemon juice and our eggs.
Oh, it's beginning to smell like
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
Oh, the lemon is amazing.
It's that zest. It's that great zest that you get. It doesn't add much acidity to it, but you get all of the flavor of the lemon from all the oils.
You get a workout.
So when something calls for fresh lemon zest, you really do want to use fresh.
You really want fresh lemon zest. Yeah, the stuff that you get from the store just doesn't work as well. You want to use a microplaner and really just go in and just grab it, and then it's awesome.
Same thing for lemon juice. You shouldn't use the lemon juice that you buy at the store.
You know, sometimes I cheat if I have real lemon zest because that's really where you get the lemon flavor from. But
so if you have to
really
cheat on one,
if you have to
cheat on the juice.
Yes, cheat on the juice if you're
Okay.
going to cheat on one of them.
Okay, that's good to know.
It's super healthy.
I think I'm done.
With TV Magic, we have a crust already baked off for us, so we're going to dump that right into
Oh, I hope I don't
this.
miss.
And then you bake this off in the oven for probably about another 15 minutes until the edges are a little bit browned and the center is really set.
So this is a good summer to run the oven that long.
Yes, it's great. It's
Easy,
fantastic.
yeah.
So what you do is you line it with foil so you can kind of easily pull it out.
Okay, let's get that out.
And then we'll sprinkle some powdered sugar on it. So you go ahead and sprinkle some of that. And then we can cut it into squares or
Don't
bars.
be stingy.
Yeah.
This is the good part.
Yeah, that's it.
It adds that extra layer of sweetness on the top to really counteract the tartness.
This is one of these recipes that has been around forever.
Oh, yeah.
But never stops being amazing.
Yeah.
There
When
are
I
a
was
lot
a
of things
kid,
in
we
that.
had them.
Yeah, me too. I
What a
remember my
great
grandma making them.
Barbecue dessert or something like
Yeah.
I mean, any night.
It's really easy because you can just
crazy.
cut it up and put it in containers, keep it in your fridge. It's fantastic.
How long do they keep in the fridge?
Normally they say about 3 to 4 days. Sometimes I cheat and I go up to a week for myself, but do they really ever last?
Yeah, I was going to say, they won't last. All right, dig in.
All right.
We can't wait any longer. While Candace does some trimming, I would like to talk a little bit about all the other wonderful things at Yoda's right now. Will you give us a little tour of the pies?
Look at that.
Yes, we
Let's start
have
up
a
here.
couple baked pies and a couple cream pies. We have our chocolate pecan and our baked red raspberry, and then our apple crumb over there.
Okay, so those are the baked, and then the cream pies?
Cream pies is our coconut cream and our peanut butter cream, and then chocolate cream over at the end.
Okay, and a chocolate cake.
Yes,
you
we
can never
sell
go
chocolate
wrong.
cakes. Yeah, you can never go wrong with Yoder's chocolate cake.
All right, and of course the muffins. Oh, it is absolute heaven when Yoder's is here. I am so glad Candace finally got to be here on a good dessert day.
I
So we can all dig in and celebrate. Rick, the producers, was an amazing preview. Keep doing. Keep going. Rick told me he's going to eat for all of us.
He's celebrating.
You go. You two take it in down there. So don't forget that that is about to open and will be running through August at the Manatee Performing Arts Center. And Candace, I know you do have another job running a public relations company, but I love that you're playing hooky with us. Keep coming back.
Boss.
Right. She is the boss. She can do whatever she wants. So thank you, Angela. We appreciate all the great sweets. Take some time and enjoy the Suncoast view. I'm digging in.